And coming into the Adult Advanced Championship, we have RebeccaTait riding Agbonaz Berghoff Fahrenheit, a locally bred horse with imported bloodlines, produced by Rebecca's mother, Lisa Tait, and brought up the grades by Rebecca when she's back in South Africa, having competed and campaigned overseas for the last few years. Fahrenheit known for being slightly quirky, and Rebecca pats him there to gain a bit of confidence. He can be explosive when the mood takes him, and Rebecca has slowly been making him more and more confident in the ring. It doesn't mean they're infallible machines though. And she moves on straight into her right half pass, and he's back into work mode. Fahrenheit settling down really nicely as the test goes on, moving into the walk section of the test. A little bit sticky through that half pirouette to the right. The riders have to try and keep the movement as compact as possible in as small a space as possible. And again, Fahrenheit losing a little bit of focus there, getting a bit distracted by our audience sitting on the left-hand side of the arena. And again, a little bit of tension creeping into the walk there. Rebecca focuses on the walk, but her extended walk then is a little bit hampered by the distraction and tension. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, which we don't see on our TV screens, but creates enough of an atmosphere for the horses to become unsettled and trickier to ride through the movements. Potentially a very good halt, unfortunately not quite square, but very obedient throughout the rein back, and moving swiftly onto the canter, where already he looks a lot more comfortable, allowing to travel into their medium canter. Horses being flight animals, often when they're allowed to move in the trot and canter, it's easier to get them a bit more relaxed. And in the walk, they have a little bit too much time to think and create dragons in their own heads. Fluent half pass into that sticky spot in the arena. Pity about the trot change there, which is supposed to be a flying change, but still showing the correct lead. And again, a little bit of a disobedience and resistance there. Rebecca doing her best to nurse him through this test a little bit. Moving swiftly on into the sequence changes, and much more positive when he's got something to play with. Showing off a little bit there with a couple of two-timed or unintended two-time changes, and a little bit of a spook and a resistance again through the sequence. When he's allowed to be big and expressive, he gets quite a bit of confidence. And then again there we have a little spook, the wind creating a little bit of a distraction next to the arena with banners and signs that aren't quite visible to us, but enough to make a young horse lose a bit of confidence. The pause there, not enough to disturb the flow of the test too much, although it will be penalised in the score. And for our top riders like Rebecca, these rounds tend to be more for training purposes than simply results, training towards a Grand Prix finish as opposed to an advanced finish. And Rebecca retires after another spook next to the arena as he loses his focus for a last time. Taking him over there to see the spooky distractive spaces and trying to settle them a little bit. And we're switching over again to the Milton International Arena A, where Dominique Tarden, or Dom Tarden as she's often known as, brings her Benicio baby, Callao Billy Calypso, into the ring, ready to start their pre-St. George test after the brief break in the arena.